This here lake holds 1,000,000 gallons.
Hello and welcome to week 15. I'm Eric Nurses.
And I'm Dylan Nurses.
And this week we're going to bring you the matchup between the Long Island Loose V's and the Who's That? It's plural. All right, so let's look at this. So it looks like the Loose V's are coming off a 17-7 win against the Logs. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Penny the Dog led them in rushing 7 yards on 4 carries, and Tori threw for 243, but 3 picks. So she's been throwing a whole bunch of picks lately. She's in bad condition,
Yeah.
and this will be the first week that we're allowed to change positions, and we've put in, or I've requested that the quarterback be changed to the backup quarterback, and I guess we'll get to that later on. The one thing is Hugh is injured.
Yes.
And if he comes back, the changes will be reset. So let's take a look and see what the Who That's. Oh, look, that's rape. So they're also coming off a 31-21 victory. And Breeze threw for 258. Kamara didn't run much, 7 for 22. Michael Thomas 4 for 145 against X. Lots of X's in here. Extra strength rape. It's not just regular rape here. So this game does mean a lot, playoff implication wise. So you see the Loose V's there are in second place in the division, a game behind NES, who's playing at the exact same time as this game, and the Who's That's are trying to win this division. They could win the division with a victory here and a loss by the Phillies Finest and the 60s Hard Hats. Playoff spots can be clinched too. I believe the Loose V's need a win. So do the Who That's need a win to clinch a playoff spot, because that 7th seed has a 6 wins, 3 games behind. A win here and an NES loss, and the Loose V's control their own destiny, as they would be tied with NES in record and facing them next week, which would put them a full game ahead. So they could win out with an NES loss this week. They could win out, and regardless of point spread, win the division and possibly even conference here. So this is a pretty big game. Looking at total offense and defense, the Who That's are in 6th overall in offense, and the Loose V's are 14th. I mean, there's 600 yards difference there, 200 yards on the ground, and I mean, I don't know, Dylan. Obviously, Hugh is like has 2,500 return yards already this season, which,
Yeah.
I mean, probably eradicates the difference there between offenses. So this rankings on the offense is probably misleading because it doesn't include return yards. And then if you look at the defense, the Loose V's are 10th overall, and the Who That's are 18th. Some bad luck lately for the Loose V's. I haven't really watched the Dats much, so I don't really know. It looks like they're probably either a heavy pass or a balanced pass team, because their running back does run. They got about 1,000 yards on the ground. Here's our team leaders here. Looks like Breeze is 6th overall, with 3,500 yards, and Tori is actually 13th, but she's got a little bit of a higher completion percentage. I mean, they're pretty much close receiver-wise. The Who Dats have Michael Thomas and Marcus Colston there in 5th and 23rd, and Eric in the 15th spot there. So, I mean, you do have receivers here. And then rushing-wise, Breeze is actually the 11th overall rusher here, and Tori's the 18th. The yards per carry about the same. Just looks like Breeze is just running a little bit more. And then Breeze and Tori, same thing. I mean, they profile pretty close. Interception leaders here. Philbin is 2nd overall with 10. And then the Who Dats have Greer and Lattimore in 8th and 10th, respectively. Interesting to note. I mean, it looks, and we'll see this as we go through here, the sack leaders, there's Shredder at the top. And then there's Brendan Hartlax, who he really loves lacrosse. and he just couldn't say it. So instead of saying he loves lacrosse, he heart lacks. No, that was his email. You know that?
Really?
Yeah, that's why it's Brendan Hartlax, because Mulholland doesn't fit. It's too many letters. So his name is Brendan Hartlax, if you guys were curious what that stands for. And then you see you got Cameron Jordan here. I don't know who Jackson is, but so they have. So it looks like in most of these categories here on defense, the best overall player defensively seems to be on the loose V's, but then you have like the middle guys on the who dats, and then if you look, I added below, like Korn's got 15 sacks. So he's right there. So this looks like it could be defensively even, but I really don't think so. I think that the loose V's are a little better against the run. Look at all the sacks they have too. These are linebackers coming through. Nod's got 6. Shruciata's with 5. Crazy Carl's got 5. Torrey's got 4 on both sides of the ball. And then the story on the other side is the returns. I mean, Hugh has 800 more return yards than McAllister. So overall offense, it looks like the loose V's have more. And punt returns, more yardage, whatever. That doesn't matter. What do you think's going to happen here? So, well, let's talk. So, the decision was made to start Moki Zobian over Torrey, assuming Hugh doesn't return. If Hugh returns, everything goes back to normal. Torrey's in bad condition, and you see Moki here. She looks pretty lively there for a 63-year-old woman, or soon-to-be 63-year-old woman. As you can see, her speed is a little slower than Torrey, in excellent condition, but her pass control is much higher. Torrey's a 75 in bad. She's an 88. So we'll see. The accuracy of passing is pretty much the same. The hitting power is a little higher because she's in excellent. So we'll see what's going to happen here pretty quickly. When this game starts, if he returns, then it's Torrey back at quarterback. If not, they're going to go with some alternate arrangement where FaZe Gab moves to running back too, and some crazy stuff that's going on. All right. So what do you think is going to happen here? You think this is a loose V's win, or is this the Houdats come through and the loose V's lose one of these wonky Tecmo close ones again?
I think Lucy is putting Moki at the QB position. She's in excellent condition. I think they are going to take that one.
And if she doesn't return with Torrey in bad condition, obviously it can change during the game. But what do you think? So you think if Moki starts the game, then they're a lock to win. And what about?
Then it might not be as definite, but I think they still might pull through and win.
My unbiased opinion, which is extremely biased, is that the loose V's are winning this game, and I think it won't be close unless RNG has something to do with it. So let's see what happens. And Hugh is back. So all that talk about Moki heading to starting quarterback is for nothing, as Torrey is going to start this game. So Dylan says this is going to be a closer game now that Moki is not in. And here's the coin toss. And the loose V's win. And they will return. Carney with the kickoff. Janus back to return at the 1-5. He's at the 10, at the 15, down to the 20, to 25, and he's taken down at the 25-yard line. Torrey back to pass. She's got plenty of time, and she runs right into the tackle. 2nd and 15. And here comes the wide receiver reverse. Hopefully they get these out of their system now. 3rd and 24 on 2 terrible tech mode plays there. Torrey back to pass on 3rd and 24. She's got Eric open at the top, but instead she's going to run and taken down for a loss for a gain of 5. 4th and 20. Here comes a punt. So a little bit of bad luck there as the play calling is complete and total garbage. And Devaney, Liam with the kick. Deuce McAllister, who I have his jersey, back for the kick. He's at the 10 on the punt, the 15, the 20, and he's taken down at about the 23-yard line. And they'll start this drive from the 22. Breeze looking to pass. He's got a receiver open over the middle, but he's taken down by Corin Nurses, looking awfully spry for a 72-year-old. And there is the pitch to Kamara. He is taken down. And he's hurt. Kamara is hurt. So let's see if that backup is paid here. Reggie Bush in. So let's see if this is pre or post Kardashian Reggie Bush. We'll find out. Breeze in the shotgun. Looking to pass on 3rd and long. He's got a receiver open short, and they're going to hit him. Are they going to stop him before the first down marker? They are not. And there's a first down. I mean, I'm surprised that they didn't try to do a quarterback sneak there. That's what the loose V's would have done on 3rd and long. Run the worst play in the playbook. And Reggie Bush down for a gain of 2 only. So that could be problematic. I mean, he really only has that one play, it looks like. And there's a handoff, fake handoff, and there's Brendan, who loves lacrosse, with the sack. 3rd and 14. Breeze in the shotgun. Looking to pass. He's got... Brendan loves lacrosse with another sack. So he's trying to catch the league leader there, and this will force a punt. Oh, wow. Morstead almost taken out there. And Hugh on the punt return. He's at the 25. He's at the 30. He's at the 35 and the 40, and he's taken down at about the 41. So right now, there is another game going on that has implications, that NES game right now. We'll break to that in a little bit in halftime. There goes Tori. She just, I don't know what she was doing there. You want to explain what that was? She's your sister, so maybe you know. Oh, and there's Charmart. Charmart is going to take this thing for about 6. She did like a little shimmy there. I don't know if she's doing some cheer moves. I don't know what's happening there. Play action. Eric is not open, but there is Charmart open short for the first down, and she completes the pass there. So we got a 1st and 10. Into Who Dat's territory. There's that play action. Eric is open if she can get it off in time, and she will run with it. Tori, that's the second time Tori has not looked Eric's way when he's been open and run instead. That time it's a 4-yard gain. And there's the guest play and Ricky Jackson with the sack. So it's a 3rd and 15. And you got to think maybe the bat condition is also... Oh, there's another guest play. And the pass is thrown anyway, but complete that time to FaZe Gab, who was in an interview earlier this weekend complaining about her lack of targets. And Penny the dog for no gain. You know, it's interesting, Dylan, that even at 13 months old with a limited vocabulary of probably less than 10 words, she was still able to complain and ask for more targets. And there it is. She got another one. FaZe Gab with her 2nd reception of the drive. 1st and 8 in coverage, too. She's in excellent condition. Oh, that's a overthrown pass from Tori there. So you got to hope that at the end of this quarter that Tori gets herself out of bad condition. Tori back now. Oh, right into Vaughn Johnson. So it's a 3rd and 15 here. The loose V is trying to score. It's a big one here. That touchdown is huge. She's got her receiver open short, but she's going to look at the back of the end zone, and she's complete. Is that FaZe Gab again? FaZe Gab! She has heard her sister's complaints and fed her the ball, and it's turned into... Basically, the entire drive has been FaZe Gab. In coverage, too. Mo-Key with the extra point, and it's good. That's pretty impressive. What do you think about that?
That is impressive.
I mean, she's not just catching the ball. She's in coverage. Some of those were in double coverage. And here's McAllister at the 30. He's down at the... he's still going. Finally taken down at about the 34, 35-yard line. So let's see if they can get another stop here. They're in the 2-back set. Back to pass. Breeze looking. He's got a receiver open at the bottom, and he hits him. That's Marquise Colston. Colston at the 40, the 35, and the 30. He's taken down. So the one thing I will say about this loose V's defense, they're a little better against the run than the pass because those linebackers are pretty good, but they have enough speed. Oh, boy. And there's Brendan showing us how much he loves lacrosse with that sack. They're pretty good at limiting long plays unless it's one of those, oh, boy. He gets away from the sack. They almost had him there. And he was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's a 3rd and 10. There goes Breeze. Hands it off. Oh, and he's in trouble again. Brandon really loves lacrosse. And they're going to go for the long field goal. It's like his 4th sack of the game. This is going to be a 54-yarder. Ooh, it could be good. It may get through, and it does. So Carney puts it through. And it's a 7-3 lead by the Loose V's. That big Janus back to return it. This is a G-rated performance today. There was some complaints about the level of profanity, and there goes Janus down to 38. Another 30-plus yard return from him. Tori looking to pass. Second quarter, maybe her condition has changed, and it did not. She runs right into Ricky Jackson, so that's the third sack. It's just some poor decision-making from Tori. She got phase gap open at the bottom of the screen again. Just trying to do too much. There's Charmar. Look at those blockers. Did you see that? That line just knocked the defense away and opened up that whole middle for Charmar to run. Tori gonna feed it to Penny on a must-have third down here, and Penny goes nowhere. So another set of terrible play calling from this pass-heavy team, and Liam Devaney on the punt. Deuce at the 10. He's at the 15, at the 20. At the 25, he's at the 30. And he's taken down at the 34. Oh, in trouble again, but this time he hits Reggie Bush. So Bush not moving so fast, it looks like Kardashian had his way with him already prior to this. Oh, and there we go, in trouble again, but breaks free. Wow, Breeze has had some extreme luck. This is like the exact opposite of what's happened on the other side. Tori running into blockers and Breeze getting set free from short sacks here. So let's see what happens here. He's got a lot of time to throw. He's got McAllister at the bottom of the screen. McAllister taken down at the 29. So nothing really that impressive here. Loose V's have done a pretty good job at limiting anything big from happening here. A couple of breaks here and there to, I mean, that would have been a sack on 2 plays ago. Breeze, deep receivers are under coverage, and so is the short route that he threw to. So it's a 30. This is a big third down here for the Loose V's on defense. Let's see if they can get a stop. And there it is. There's that quarterback sneak, and they do get the stop, and it's a 4th and 6. With 1:11 to go in the half, here comes the field goal. This one may miss wide left. It is up, and it is off the post and no good. So the Loose V's need a score here to put them up by 2 scores. The Who Dats will start with the ball, and she's got Eric open again. Will she hit him this time? No! Instead, she waits for Malcolm Roach to slowly stroll over and knock her down for a loss of 11. I mean, I must have been 40 yards downfield wide open already at that point. And here it is again, but this time I'm in coverage. Who's she going to throw to? She goes to Gab, and Gab makes the catch. So it's a 3rd and 2 with 27 seconds remaining. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if it's the condition that's playing, but, you know, this is craziness. And they're going to try to push it up the middle. It's a 4th and 2. And they'll call a timeout to ultimately punt the ball instead of, I don't know, letting the clock run out and not give them a chance on the other side. So another poor decision by the Loose V's. McAllister at the 20. He's at the 30. He fumbles it, and it, luckily for the Who Dats, goes out of bounds. So that's the second batch of good luck that they've had, aside from all the terrible play calls by the computer on the other side. And Breeze looking to run. He's wrapped up, and he's taken down by Anad Desai. And that'll take us to the half. Let's go back to the studio. All right, so looks like we're joining this NES One Hit Wonders game with 43 seconds remaining in the first half. NES trailing 14-7, and they have the ball.
The Wonders are really going to have to clamp down on their run defense. Bates back to pass. Ooh.
Fornon Blonde with the sack.
He had 2 pass rushers in on him as soon as he received that snap. Same play, though. Same formation. Had intense pressure this time.
Oh, a fumble.
Oh, goodness. The power fumble after a really short pass play. Recover it themselves and will attempt a field goal here with 4 seconds left in the first half.
Let's see if they can make this one.
It looks good to me. Is it? It is.
And
10 going into the
10-14. So Dino Yoshi putting it through the uprights. We'll check back in on that game in a little bit. And we're back here for the second half. Getting ready to get underway now. So this one is pretty interesting. If NES ends up losing that game, and there's the kickoff. McAllister back to return. He's at the 2, the 5, the 10, 15, 20, 25. He's at the 30, 35. He's got room. He's at the 45, the 50. They're chasing him down. Will they stop him? And they wrap him up at the 25. So it's like a 70-yard return there. It's a huge return from McAllister. Breeze looking to pass, but he is sacked by Schmeich Shruciata. So if the loose fees can hold on here, and Breeze back, he's got time. He's got a couple of receivers short. He finally throws it over to Bush, and Bush is taken down. 3rd and 11. Big play here. See if the loose fees can come up with a stop. He's got some short receivers. He throws under pressure to an open receiver in the end zone. He overthrows him. 4th and 11 now. So the Houdats are going to go for a field goal here from the top hash mark. Should be good. It's going to be close though, and it's good. So it's a 6-7 game here. Carney kicking the ball off now to the loose fees. Loose fees need a score here to make this a 2-possession game. Janus back for the return to the 25. He's at the 30. The 35 breaking tackles, and he's down at the 38. So again, loose fees can control their own destiny. If NES does end up losing, we'll check back in on that game after the 3rd quarter. And there's Penny the dog wrapped up for about a 1-yard gain. And again, you know, these a lot of runs here for a pass-heavy team. And Tori now looking to pass. She's got a receiver short, and she's got Devaney. And Devaney picks up the 1st down and a little bit more. And they're at the 45 of the Houdats. Tori back to pass, looking. She overthrows Charmart out of bounds, and it's a 2nd and 10. So 3:18 remaining here. Tori back, she's under pressure. She still gets the pass off, and the leap is unsuccessful, and it's a big 3rd down here from about the 45. She's got some time. She's looking to run, but she's taken down by Ricky Jackson. So some really, really bad decisions here on offense by Tori. There's the punt from about the 46, and that's going to go out of bounds for a touchback. So loose fees need a stop now again, and they need to figure out, I mean, this is a pass-heavy team. They got to stop messing around with all those runs. Breeze back to pass, he's in trouble. Throws under pressure, complete to Hill. 2nd and 3 now. 2:32 remaining. Breeze, play action. He's got a receiver open at the bottom. Colston with the diving catch at the 42. So now they're in loose V territory and marching down the field. Breeze back to pass again. Now he's looking to scramble. Pulls up to the line of scrimmage. Throws the leaping defender. And it's complete to Colston, taken down at the 1 or the 2 actually. So, you know, you watch this game and it feels like the loose V's should be in control. But, you know, they're not again. And this game shouldn't be as close as it is. Incomplete pass, you know, 6 points, 2 field goals here. The loose V's play calling again has just been problematic. There's the play action, receiver open at the top, overthrows the receiver at the bottom, and now it's a 3rd and 2. This is a big stop here if they can get it, and they cannot. Breeze with the QB sneak, and the Houdats take the lead here. So Breeze in, 12-7. 3rd quarter winding down. Here comes the extra point. This will be good. And it's a 13-7 lead. So loose V's just need to score here to regain the lead. Carney with the kick to Janus. We haven't seen anything too big, just his regular 30-35 yard returns. Janus to the 10 and the 15, and he's taken down there. So Tori really needs to use those plays that they paid for there. And she does not, as she runs up the middle to Penny, who picks up 4, and they were blitzing there. And it's another action play, and they're going to play action. Eric is open at the top. Will Tori throw it? She finally does, and she does, but waits a little too long. The safety comes over there and picks him up. So it's a 3rd and 6 here. Tori's going to run. Nope, she looks to pass. She's got Charmar open for the 1st down, and he's down at the 35. So you look at this game and you say, was the Houdats defense really that good here? And it doesn't seem like the Houdats are really stopping the loose V's. It's more that Tori keeps running into the line of scrimmage, as she's done many times in this game. She does it again there. 5 seconds to go here in the quarter. and she's under pressure and sacked by Ricky Jackson. So we're going into the fourth quarter here. 13-7. They're going for it on fourth down. Tori looking. She's got an open receiver, and she hits Charmart. Charmart breaks free. He's at the 50. Huge play there, down to about the 46-yard line. So Charmart picks up the first down there, and Tori on the run play. So here we are at midfield, and we're probably choosing some of the worst running plays in the book right now. Tori back to pass, throws it under pressure, into coverage, no good. So you'd think, you have these good receivers here, and we keep running the ball, and there's a Tori in trouble, and she's going to fumble that ball, and it's picked up. So this is the type of stuff that we're talking about here. Loose V's do not look overmatched at all here, but almost every break here is going in the Who Dat's direction here. So let's see how long that lasts, if they can hold on to defeat the Loose V's here. And there's a run to Bush, who's running extremely slow, and he's taken down there. So here's a 3rd and 8. So a stop here, they could get the ball back. They're into pass, and Brendan Hartlax with the sack there. So they get the stop, 4th and 18, 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go. The punter almost gets taken out there. Hugh back, hasn't done much this game, nothing big yet. Perfect punt to the 1. Hughes at the 10. He's taken down at the 13. So they got about 85, 86, 87 yards to go here. Tori with the play action. Eric is covered, but she's got 2 open receivers. She dumps it off. Incomplete. And you can see that pass speed's a little bit slow there, so she must still be in bad condition. We'll find out after the game. Tori looking. She's going to pass it. Intercepted to Greer, and this is not looking good for the Loose V's. Some of those decisions throughout this game are going to come back to bite them here. Breeze looking to pass. He's got an open receiver diving for the touchdown. So Michael Thomas with the reception, 19-7, and this is looking like it's about to be over here. So, this NES could go from potentially tying for the division if they lose, to opening up a 2-game lead here if the Loose V's are to actually lose this game, which, 2:17 to go. They're going to have to score pretty quick or get a kickoff return touchdown. There's Hugh. Hugh's at the 40. He's at the 50. Here he goes. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown! So Hugh answers right back, and the Loose V's are back in this game. Fresh off an injury, Hugh Janus with the kick return touchdown with 2 minutes to go here. Here comes the extra point. It is up, and it is good. So let's see if we get a onside, and we do. Zobian with the onside kick here. And Who Dat's actually picked this one up. Breeze has it. And he's taking it down the sideline. He's down. So they need some sort of a turnover or a stop. It's a 1st and 10. Breeze on the sneak. Picks up 2. They're almost better off kicking that ball off all the way there. Keeping him out of field goal range, because a field goal will not help, but they get a sack there. So Tori comes right back on defense after the pick there and gets a sack. So 3rd and 14. A field goal from here is about 47. Breeze back to pass. He's got time. He hits the receiver short. He is taken down. Huge slide tackle. So it's a 4th and 12. And the field goal here from about 46 from the top hash. It's probably going to be good, and that's not good news for the Loose V's as they go down 23-14. Hugh back, unless he can get us another kick return touchdown here. They're going to have to score pretty quickly. They need a touchdown and a field goal here. Hugh is at the 32, and that was not the right lane to take there on that return. So Tori's going to need to score pretty quickly here. She runs at that play action, but she's taken down again by Ricky Jackson. So that time they get the right play call. Receiver open. Here they go again one more time, but this time the receiver's covered. She's going to try to feed it into him. She does not, and she throws a pick again. So the question here is, how badly does the Hugh Janus return affect the outcome of this game as Tori, who looks still to be in bad condition, and there they go, running that thing up the middle. 40 seconds remaining. So here's a game that should have gone to Loose V's game. They were pretty much in control on defense most of this game, you know, and here we are in the fourth quarter, and some garbage points here at the end on some picks and some, you know, this is a 23-14 game right now. This could be in the other direction. He's under pressure. He throws it incomplete. So here comes another field goal. There's 11 seconds to go. This kick is up. And it's good. So they're down by 2 scores here. They would have to somehow return an onside for a touchdown after bringing this kick return back with 7 seconds to go. I mean, it's possible, but extremely unlikely. Hughes at the 10, and he's going to break free of a tackle. He's going to break upfield and downfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. At the 50, he could go. There's no defenders in sight. Here comes one streaking down the field trying to catch him, but he is going to go in, and he is going to score. So here's Hugh, 26-20. The extra point will make it a 5-point game. It is blocked, and there's another break in the Who Dat's favor. There's the onside, and it's not picked up, and that's going to be the game here unless we get some sort of a pick six or a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Breeze back. He's going to run it up the middle, and that's going to do it. So 26-20 loss here. Not a good showing for the Loose V's, whose offense not looking very good, not so much because of the defense, but mostly because of the play calling and the decision making by their quarterback. So we'll go look at the conditions, but let's go check into that other game there, the NES game, and see what's happening there.
Here comes that QB run play. This one's called this time, though. The one-hit wonders.
NES here, third down.
QB sneak.
Down by 2 scores.
Power of passing it in what I see to be a desperate situation. The quarterback just barely.
And this could be the game here. 4th and 8. 39 seconds remaining. Mega Man, big 4th down.
Action pass. I don't see anyone particularly open. Caught in coverage, though. My goodness. That saves the game. But 19 seconds still on their own 30-yard line.
And this is going to do it here. This game is over. So the NES team fails to capitalize, and they remain a game ahead of the Loose V's as we head into week 16. And that'll do it for us. See ya.
I've been growing tired of these letters in my head, all this misplaced time. Now I'm wasted in regret, 'cause time is short